Okay, I went ahead and put the markings on where his scarf, and we're done with the head portion, but where to put all the rest of it. To find where this middle is, because sometimes when you come across, it's kind of difficult to figure out where the middle is. What I do is I put a little V right there, and then I work my scarf from there. So one's going to overlap the other. So all you want to do is take your knife. You want to do a lot of stop cuts. Okay, just like so. And like so. What you want to do is kind of just match it. And get on this way, and this way. That might be a little bit longer. That's okay. And then you take the tip of your knife and you just kind of slice that out you don't need to have it real deep. It's just a matter of outlining your piece, okay? So people know it's there. And then you want to go up this way, up to the neck. Okay, see how we have that? And you're going to go this way. If it doesn't come out clean, just go back and recut it again a little bit deeper, because you want to make sure it comes out clean. Okay, because these edges stay the way they are. And then I take the knife and I file this up this way, all the way to the top here. Okay, that's one part of the scarf. And for this one, what you want to do is you want to go down. You want to kind of follow those lines, your lines a little bit. It's a little bit hard for me to see where I'm at here, so bear with me for a minute. I don't have my magnifying glasses on either today, so. If that doesn't meet right there at that corner, you just want to recut it. Just stab it a couple of times there. Yeah, and then just file that up like so. Okay? And you're going to clean this up with an eraser. It's fine. So we're going to go up this way. And I think I have this right there. Okay. Alright. You want to be careful that you don't chip that little corner out. Okay? Make sure when you do this, you go a little deeper where they meet, like up at the corner there where I have it right now. Alright, and it's okay to go a little bit deeper. That's not going to hurt it any. And when I seal these with the paint, I use a acrylic sealer, and then I go ahead and paint these. Alright. I'll explain the painting. I'm not going to show you the painting online or on the video here, but I will tell you how I did things, and you know, I think I told you the colors so far. It's not real difficult. Alright, so there's our little scarf. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to do the little mittens, so we do 2 lines here. Alright, and you go from the top down, like so. And then you want to come up from the other side. If that doesn't clear, again, go back and recut it. Alright. Alright, there's our little mitten. I need to clean it up just a tad in there if I can see it better. Alright, same thing over here. You just want to follow these lines, put 2 stop cuts. 1, 2. And it's okay if you go a little bit deep. The fact that it won't hurt it any. It will keep that paint from bleeding from one to the other, but if you seal it, you shouldn't have a problem with that. Okay, the only little tricky thing, so that's the mittens are done, the scarf is done, and the 2 black buttons, what we want to do is just follow it with a stop cut, and then I go around this way. Try to do it as rounded as you can. See how I move my piece around when I do it? I'm keeping my hand pretty well stationary. You just want to take a little bit out and you're going to have to work it a little bit, folks. This is not the easiest part, but if you're not sure how to do it, you do it on a separate piece first, try it a couple of times, and then go back. Okay, because you don't want it real, I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit with my knife. Again, I do not sand it, and this is basswood, so it's really nice to cut and to carve with. Alright, that's one, and then what I'll do is I'll go down here and do the other one. And I know I'm going to be off for that. That pattern wasn't quite round enough for me, so sometimes you can redo things with a knife, you know. Again, I'll cut this out, and going from either side, just take your time. I'm trying to hurry because I'm time limits here, but you know, take your time. If you're not sure how to do it, like I said, get an extra scrap of wood and practice. The same thing goes for when you're doing eyes or any of those things. Okay? So that's pretty well how it should look. See if I can erase some of this. Clean it up just a tad before I actually... Oh, I forgot something. This area right here. I forgot the rest of the scarf here. So. Alright, and that's our piece, folks. So what you want to do is you want to paint it a light blue and a dark blue for the mittens, black for the hats, a little eye hook for the top. And I'm going to tell you, I used to use and I do use to put the white dots on, I use a real fine paintbrush, but you can also use a toothpick and dab it, and you might get 3 or 4 dots and then you'll have to dab it again, but just, you know, make sure the axis is off of the toothpick. It's a nice way of doing it if you've got to do small things like doing eyes, like the white in the eyes, like the white dot for the sparkle in the eyes. But it's very simple. Just paint it black, paint the blue, and I did it like a white on the body, like a wash on the body, which means it's half water, half paint. But what you want to do first is you want to spray it with the acrylic sealer or some kind of sealer and let it dry, and then go ahead and paint it. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed this little project. You know, Christmas is around the corner. I had an idea for Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness, I just haven't had time to do it, and maybe I'll do that at a later time, and maybe I'll get that ready for next year, who knows. But I want to thank you for joining me here at the Carver's Woodshop. I will make this pattern available shortly. If you're interested in it, just email me at thecarverswoodshop@yahoo.com. You know, I will try to get an assemble of this project along with a couple of others on a sheet for $1.50. A lot of you have ordered some of my patterns already. I may just add this to one of the other patterns that I already have. So enjoy the project, and thanks again for joining me here on the Carver's Woodshop. Bye-bye.